Hi, I wanted to come on and spend a few minutes with you. I'm Michele, and this is Rascal. I've had Rascal join me a few times in these sessions that I've shared with you, and I once mentioned how he really started me on the journey to better health, and I wanted to share a little bit more. Can you say hello to everyone, Rasky? Can you say hello? Hi. So Rascal is 18 and a half years old, and we adopted him from a shelter, a rescue shelter, and he was a little boy with really big ears, and it turned out a problem. When he got home or came home with us, he started having really loose stools, and we didn't know what was going on. So we found a vet and took him in, and the vet had run some tests, wasn't really sure, and diagnosed him with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And I thought, my goodness, a cat can have something like that? So he put Rascal on a couple of different medications to help his bowels. And over a little time of being on, it did seem to be making some improvements, though Rascal hated taking the medicine. And it was very hard to mix it in the food, so we'd have to try to hold him, get him to swallow. He'd be spitting it up. It was really a difficult time for all of us. And over time, I found out from the vet that the medications that Rascal was on would create diabetes over time and would ultimately shorten Rascal's life, but give him a better quality of life. Well, that didn't really sit well with me. I wasn't really on this holistic journey at the time, and that was kind of the catalyst to get me started. Back then, it was harder to research things over the internet, but I started talking to people. A naturopath I had recommended a health food store woman, both very knowledgeable, wonderful people, Lee and Marlene, that helped me out. And I started to put a probiotic into Rascal's food. I was giving him wet food and then a dry kibble snack. And I started mixing a probiotic, and I asked the vet, what do you think of this? I'm putting a probiotic in his food for gut health. And the vet looked at me like, I have no idea, lady. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I kept putting that in the food. And I also started looking at the vet had recommended a better kibble, a prescription Hill Science diet to give to Rascal that would help him. And you'd have to get it through a prescription at a pet store, and I'd have to bring in the prescription. And we're doing all of this, and I'm doing what I can. And then I found a natural pet food store, Kreiser's, who said to me, you know, look at the ingredients on the package of the prescribed doctor food, the Hill Science diet. And I did. And you could see there was a lot of fillers and corn and other things in there that ultimately, over time, I find out aren't the best things. So I get Rascal off of that and onto healthier cat food. He had been taking a store brand cat food, and I moved him into wellness cat food and still mixing in the probiotic. And now I've gotten him off the kibble as a snack, and I'm starting to see improvements. And I'm wondering and questioning about the medication and how much longer. And it turns out over time, I find a new vet, and the vet says, you know, I say, Rascal's doing so much better. I've gotten him off the medication, and he's doing well and he's healthy. And this new vet says, you know, vets a lot of times will say cats have IBS, when really it's a food allergy, and they just, you know, they don't know. And so Rascal probably had a food allergy and not IBS. And that's when I really started to see how food is medicine. And that's why I talk about that. Now, if I didn't go that route and start moving in a healthier direction, Rascal would have been gone probably a long time ago. And who knows how he might have suffered with diabetes through that medication that was supposedly supposed to help him. Now, I'm not bashing any vets or medicines or anything like that, but what I'm saying is it's so important to be advocates for ourselves and to become self-aware in all aspects of our life, from our mind to our body. To me, self-awareness is more than a psychological state. Some will look at self-awareness as that, you know, the emotions and the feelings and how it brings up the habits and traits. I like to take it to a deeper level and talk about self-awareness in a physical state. Your body, your mind, how you're nourishing yourself all the way around, through your food, through your thoughts, through your environment, everything. And that little guy was really the start of a more holistic journey to me that ended up ultimately helping my daughter, who wanted Rascal in the first place, and her health. And that's another story, but basically another case of food is medicine. And when you're not eating the right things that your body cannot tolerate, you suffer. So I just wanted to come on and spend a little time in this month of November, bringing in some gratitude for a little cat with big ears that came into my life and really helped me start the journey of feeling better, taking better care of myself and my family. How in the beginning, I was thinking how I was doing him a favor by researching things and helping him heal. And ultimately, he's the one that did me the biggest favor. Now, I wanted to share something that I hope you'll find exciting, and that is that as I've been talking about self-awareness, I have created a quiz. And I've based it on there's types. It's called What is Your Self-Awareness Type? And the types I've based on come off of the ancient Greek know thyself. That's self-awareness, right? And once you get to realize and know yourself more, then I look to help you create yourself. Who are you? And who do you want to become? I feel like 2020 is giving us the opportunities to move into new as we're facing new normals all the time. So the link for the quiz, What is Your Self-Awareness Type, is in the post here. I hope you will spend, it's a free quiz, it's 2 minutes, spend a little time with it and find out a little bit more about yourself, where you are now and where you can go. And I'm also grateful for all of you that spend some time with me each week, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And until next time, be well.